Hey, good morning. It's beginning of day 61. Had a lovely looking tent site, but it was windy, and cold. I was cold all night. But in any case, I'm beginning the hike. I have 4 miles to a junction, then a side trail. I think it's like 2.5 miles, and a multi-mile walk into town, which is tolerable. And then I'm in town, and I'm going to resupply. And I was fortunate enough to get a room at the Idyllwild Inn, and so I'm so looking forward to a shower, laundry, and just rest. Talk to you soon. I am at 8,400 feet, about 200 feet higher than where I camped. It is so windy and cold up here. It's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, but the wind sometimes gusts to enough you have to brace yourself so you don't fall down. Hey, good morning. It's the beginning of day 62. On the side of the road, hitching, trying to go from Idyllwild to Humber Park, and hoping for a car ride rather than having to walk 2 miles steeply up the hill before I get to the trail. So yesterday I hiked about 7 miles into town and then just rested all day. I was pretty much of a wreck. I keep cutting off this video because cars come by and I'm hoping they'll pick me up. Here comes another one. Well, it took less than a minute of hitchhiking, and I got a ride from a very nice man named George. It just shows in these trail communities how kind people are and how receptive they are to PCT hikers. So warmed my heart that I avoided several miles of steep roads, but now I have about 3 miles up Devil's Side Trail, appropriately named, very steep trail to get back to the PCT. But you know, it's still early in the morning. I think it's only 10 past 9. So good deal. Talk to you soon. I've run into a celebrity on trail.
Okay, I'm not very comfortable with the word celebrity, but my name's John. I run the San Jacinto Trail Report here in the San Jacinto Mountains.
It's amazingly helpful for any PCT hiker. You better be watching it, especially if you're a novo. But, you know, it's great to meet someone who's so helpful. So thanks again. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
Hey there. I'm back on the PCT. It's about 10:30. I'm now heading south. It was great to see San Jacinto John on the way up. If you're a PCT hiker planning on doing the PCT, you should search out his channel, the San Jacinto Trail Report. It's life-saving with the kind of knowledge he dispenses about the conditions around San Jacinto, especially if you're a novo in the spring where this is frequently covered with snow and ice. But it was great meeting him. So next up, I have to worry about water. The water carries, in terms of water on trail, are ridiculous. It's like 25 miles, 35 miles. But there are some alternatives that I'm going to avail myself of, and I've got built into my plan there's a bunch of places where you can go off trail for a mile or two, and I hate those off trail miles, to get water. And I'll do that so I can carry less, because my back is, I've been having back spasms for a couple of days now, and I'm treating it with painkiller, but it's only doing so much. And I've got a very conservative plan to get to Julian of 10 miles today of PCT hiking, and then 4 days of 20 miles a day, and then 1 day of 10. And if I can exceed that, all the better, because there's a trail angel in Julian that'll let me sleep in her backyard. So if I get there early, all the better. She'll let me shower, laundry, sleep in her backyard, and I'll avail myself of the local watering hole. But then on Saturday, I'm being picked up by another trail angel, and is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. I'm getting confused. No, it's Friday. Being picked up by another trail angel who let me, who's going to bring me back to her place and shower and all that kind of stuff and get me to the airport for a Saturday night red-eye back to Boston. So if things speed up, I've got a plan for that, but I can't be slower. I can be faster, but not slower. So that's the plan. I'll talk to you soon. I should have had it. It is freezing and windy up here. I'm at about 8,300 feet, and it looks like it doesn't look as cold as it is, but it's bloody cold and windy. And Sam Jacinto John told me the wind chill is -7 at the summit, 2,000 feet above. So I don't know what it is here, but it's probably well below freezing. I got to keep moving to stay warm, brother. I would not want to be hiking here in the spring where this is covered with snow and ice and have to deal with this this terrible steep fall over here. Yeah, right beneath me is pretty much goes straight down. It is beautiful, but unnerving. Unfortunately, more cliff walking in high winds. Oh man. Burnt mountaintop. Panning to the left, there's more fires and very barren and dry looking areas. Then the forest comes back, and then there's more dry areas beyond that. Higher than I expected. Looks like a lake down there. I'm in a terrible burn area, having to climb over, under, around all these down trees, and oops, slipped, and it's not going to get any better. You probably can't see the trail, but it does run horizontally across. I can see the trail all the way over to the middle of the screen, and there are down trees on it. Bummer. It's going to go slow. Got to be careful because it's a steep incline or decline, if you will, if I was to fall. Bummer. Well, the trail appears to go along the edge of that effing cliff. I can't believe it. I hope it's not the case, but it appears to be. And there's warnings about rock slides. This is just so exasperating and so unnecessarily dangerous, in my opinion. Oh well. I am alive, but worn down and just really fatigued with this endless cliff walking. It's 4 o'clock still hiking, looking for water, and about less than a mile I have to go off trail for like half a mile to a mile. It doesn't say. The last few minutes has been good, because for hours I was in that terrible stuff along those giant mountains, like cliff walking, and in high winds. It's freezing. It's the coldest it's ever been during the day for me here on the PCT. It portends a cold night. I've got to try and get some water and assess how much I need to get to the next tent site or to the next water source. Guys, it's the end of day 62. I've tented early. It's about 5:25. I haven't had dinner. I spent all this time setting up and barricading my tent. It's incredibly windy and incredibly cold, so I put rocks behind it to try and prevent cold breezes from coming in. I'm shaking cold right now, and the sun's still up, so I'm quite worried about what's going to happen when the sun goes down. I'm going to wear everything I have. I'm going to try and make dinner real quick, something hot, and get the hell in my tent and just try and make it through the night. Pretty difficult day. I did a little over 10 miles. That was my goal. I am not on the trail. I'm at this off-site water source. It's like half a mile to 3/4 of a mile off trail, and be even windier if I went back to trail. There was a sheltered tent site that's about 3.5 miles away, but I don't think I could make it before it got dark, and I'm already shaking now, and it's a bad scene, so I just elected to set things up here and hunker down and hope to make it through the night. I'll talk to you in the morning. Take care. About ready to climb into my tent. It's a gorgeous view despite being frozen to death. And I came from those mountains over there, cliff walks, and get down in the valley. It's shocking how much, what I guess is air pollution. And I was lucky, another hiker showed up, named Local, who I'd met before in Wrightwood. And yeah, it's nice to have another person here suffering in the cold. Setting his tent up now, and I'm about to climb into my tent and see if I can get warm.